They could, in fact, declare some diplomats persona non grata, but the problem is that Moscow would then expel the same number of British diplomats. They could also impose more and more economic sanctions, but at present they're pretty tight because Russia is after two things. One is, in fact, investment, capital to develop the economy, and the other is high technology. And therefore Britain will deny her both. And the other thing that the Prime Minister could do would be to look at the assets of some of the Russian oligarchs close to Putin, those who have got assets in London. Russian oligarchs over the last few months have been moving money and liquid assets back to Russia from various places around the world, but you can't move fixed assets. So therefore, if they've got property, and they have a lot of property in London and elsewhere, she could in fact impose a freeze or even confiscate those assets. But of course, she'd have to be 100% certain that that person, that oligarch, was responsible, gave the order, was involved in giving the orders of poisoning these two Russians. That will be extremely difficult to do. If you look at countries like Germany and Italy, they would like to soften the sanctions so they can go back to normal business relations with Russia. They don't want a conflict. They don't want a row with Moscow at present. The European Union doesn't want one, given the political situation in Germany and Italy. So therefore, Putin will be looking at that and say, right, this is all a brouhaha. They have to make all these noises. And it's Russophobia and so on. What do you expect from Britain? But they can't prove a thing because they can't identify, first of all, the source of the nerve agent, and they can't identify the individual or the individuals who gave the orders. So therefore, give them a couple of months, 3 months, 4 months, it'll be all forgotten about when we go back to the previous situation. So he's not all that concerned. He's in a very strong position. And he will say, right, why would I, in fact, do something like this? Because the presidential election is next Sunday. The World Cup is coming up. Why should I, in fact, dirty my house at present? It seems an nonsensical thing to do.